Gentlemen, imagine you're sitting next to the woman you love. Her eyes are full of expectation. That warm smile, her gentle hand running through your hair. But inside your heart, there's only despair and shame. Because your body no longer responds like it used to. You want to love her. You want to make her happy, but there's an invisible barrier standing between you two. I know what that feeling is like. The awkward silence afterward. The way you avoid looking into her eyes. The way you find excuses to go to bed earlier. The way you gradually pull away from those intimate moments you once craved. And the most heartbreaking part is when you see disappointment flash across the face of the woman you love most in this world. If you're watching this video, chances are you're among the 70% of men over 60 who are silently enduring this pain. And I say silently because this is an issue that most men never want to admit. Not even to their wives, not even to their doctors. Because for us, this doesn't just affect our bodies. It attacks the very identity of what it means to be a man. I'm Dr. Sarah Brown, and I've met thousands of men just like you. Devoted husbands, amazing fathers, successful businessmen, but they all carry the same pain inside. They come to my clinic with somber faces. They sit down and say with trembling voices, "Doctor, I think I've lost all hope. For over 18 years, I've dedicated my life to helping men over 60 reclaim their lost hope, restore their blood circulation, their sexual function, and their vitality. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 nuts that can completely reverse erectile dysfunction. Completely natural, no medications needed, no side effects, no dependence on chemicals. Just gifts that nature has been giving us for thousands of years. It's nothing strange or expensive. You may have seen it hundreds of times, but never realized its true value for men's health. It helps restore blood flow to the pelvis and penis in a way that supports your arteries, energy, and confidence all at once. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and turn on the bell so you won't miss any of my health tips designed specifically for men over 60. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 and tell me how I can make these videos even more helpful for you. All right, let's get started. The first nut I want to tell you about is called nature's Viagra. That's walnuts. And I'm not exaggerating when I call it that. Let me tell you about a study that changed how I view the power of nature. In 2012, UCLA conducted a breakthrough study with 117 healthy young men. They were divided into 2 groups. The first group ate a normal diet. The second group added 75 grams of walnuts daily. That's about 15 walnut halves. The results after 12 weeks stunned the entire research team. Sperm quality in the walnut group improved by 30%, not just in count, but also in movement and shape. But what was even more important was what they discovered about blood circulation. Where's the secret? Walnuts contain the highest amount of omega-3 ALA of any nut. I'm talking about alpha-linolenic acid, a type of fat your body can't make on its own. When you eat walnuts, this omega-3 starts a miraculous process. It helps blood vessel walls become softer and more flexible. This means blood can flow more easily everywhere in your body, especially to the areas down below. But that's not all. Walnuts also contain an amino acid called arginine. When arginine enters your body, it gets converted into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is exactly what drugs like Viagra are trying to mimic. But instead of using chemicals, you're activating your body's own natural process. Nitric oxide works like a signal. It tells the smooth muscle in your blood vessel walls to relax. Blood vessels expand. Blood flows stronger. And the result? Natural and lasting firmness. I remember a patient named Robert, 64 years old. He came to see me on an autumn afternoon with a somber face. Robert had been married for 35 years. He loved his wife more than ever. But for the past 2 years, physical problems had caused him to avoid intimate moments. He had tried Viagra, but the side effects, like headaches and heart palpitations, scared him. I advised Robert to eat 10 walnuts every morning with breakfast. I explained to him that this wasn't an instant solution. The body needs time to heal. But if he stayed consistent, results would come naturally and sustainably. Just 3 weeks later, Robert called me. I could hear the excitement in his voice. "Doctor, my wife can't believe this. I feel like I'm 40 again. And more importantly, I feel like a real man again. So what's the most effective way to use them? Every night before bed, soak 10 walnuts in a glass of clean water. Leave overnight. When you wake up in the morning, eat those softened nuts with a spoonful of pure honey. Why soak overnight? This process helps break down the enzyme inhibitors in the nutshells. It makes the nutrients easier to absorb, and when eaten with honey that contains boron, a mineral that helps boost natural testosterone. But walnuts are just the beginning. Because the second nut I'm about to share with you has been scientifically proven to improve erectile function by up to 50% in just 3 weeks. And that is nut number 2, pistachios. Have you ever wondered why pistachios have that natural green color? That's the sign of a nutritional treasure that nature has hidden inside. And after you hear this story, you'll understand why. Let's go back to 2011. In Istanbul, Turkey, a group of doctors at Ataturk Hospital was struggling with a problem. They had 17 male patients with erectile dysfunction. These men had tried everything, from Western medicine to other natural therapies, but all had failed. Dr. Aldemir, the lead researcher, had a bold idea. He remembered folk stories about the power of pistachios. In the Mediterranean region, people believed pistachios were the food of love, but he wanted to prove this scientifically. He asked these 17 men to do something simple. Eat 100 grams of pistachios daily for 3 weeks. No medications. No other changes. Just pistachios. The results? All 17 men improved. Not just a little bit, but by 50%. This is a level of improvement that many medications can't achieve. But what happened inside their bodies? The secret lies in an amino acid called arginine. Pistachios are nature's arginine treasure chest because just 100 grams of pistachios provide 2.3 grams of arginine. For comparison, you'd have to eat 200 grams of beef to get the same amount of arginine. It triggers a chain of biochemical reactions. Enzymes convert it to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide unlocks your blood vessels. Blood vessels expand. Blood flows more powerfully. And the miracle happens. But pistachios have another secret. They contain a special compound called phytosterol. Phytosterol helps reduce bad cholesterol, the number one enemy of blood circulation. When cholesterol drops, blood vessels become cleaner. Blood flows more easily. Male vitality is restored. But here's the most important thing I want you to remember. Not all pistachios are the same. Those salted pistachio bags you buy at convenience stores? Forget them. Salt will raise your blood pressure and cause the opposite effect. Preservatives will interfere with nutrient absorption. You need raw pistachios, no salt, no seasoning, just pure pistachios as nature made them. Eat 30-50 nuts every evening. Chew slowly. Give your body time to absorb every nutrient. And here's the secret. Drink a glass of warm water at the same time. Warm water will help dissolve the nutrients and speed up absorption. But if you think pistachios are powerful, wait until I tell you about the next nut. The nut I call the protector, because it doesn't just restore your strength, it protects it from all future damage. Nut number 3, almonds. There's something most men don't know about their bodies. Every day, those tiny blood vessels down below endure a brutal attack. Not from the outside, but from inside your own body. Vicious molecules are created by stress, pollution, processed foods, and even normal breathing. They're like tiny bullets shooting at your blood vessel walls every single day, making them stiff, losing their flexibility, and eventually, complete failure. That's why I call almonds the protector, because they stand up and fight these invisible enemies. Did you know almonds contain the highest amount of vitamin E of all nuts? I'm not talking about a little bit. I'm talking about 26.2 milligrams per 100 grams. To put that in perspective, that's nearly double a man's daily vitamin E requirement. Vitamin E works like a living shield. It stands between free radicals and your blood vessel walls. Every time a free radical tries to attack, vitamin E will sacrifice itself to protect your blood vessels. The result? Your blood vessels are protected from damage and maintain their natural flexibility. What's truly special about almonds is the magnesium. 268 milligrams of magnesium in every 100 grams of almonds. Magnesium is the mineral of relaxation. It works directly on the smooth muscle in your blood vessel walls. When you have enough magnesium, these muscles relax. Blood vessels expand naturally. Blood flows easily. More importantly, magnesium helps you defeat the two biggest enemies of male performance, stress and anxiety. Let me tell you about William, 62 years old. CEO of a major construction company, William came to see me after a stressful day at work. He looked exhausted. "Doctor," William said, "I don't understand what's happening to me. I love my wife. I want to be close to her, but every time I try, my mind gets flooded with thoughts about work. I worry about projects. I worry about employees. I worry about everything. And my body. It's like it's frozen." William had tried to turn off his thoughts. He tried yoga. He tried meditation. He even tried wine to relax. But nothing worked. The problem wasn't psychological. It was physiological. Through blood tests, I discovered William had a severe magnesium deficiency. His blood magnesium level was only 60% of normal. This was why his nervous system was always in red alert mode. His body couldn't relax. Instead of prescribing medication, I suggested William try natural almond milk, not the store-bought kind with sugar and preservatives. Every night before bed, William would soak 20 raw almonds in warm water, leave overnight. The next morning, peel them and blend with 200 ml of unsweetened fresh milk. Drink it slowly, like a relaxation ritual. The first week, William began sleeping more deeply. He no longer woke up at 3 a.m. with his mind spinning about work. Deep sleep means testosterone is produced better. The body has time to recover. The second week, something miraculous happened. William realized he could focus on the present moment. When he was with his wife, he was truly present there. No more intrusive thoughts about deadlines or meetings. After a month, William called me with a completely different voice. "Doctor, I feel like I've found myself again, not just in the bedroom, but everywhere. I'm calmer at work. I make better decisions. And most importantly, I can love my wife completely again. You can soak 20 almonds overnight. 2. When you wake up, peel them and eat with a spoonful of pure honey. Honey provides instant energy for metabolizing vitamin E and magnesium. Eat them in the morning, when your body is starting a new day. This is the ideal time to fuel up your circulatory and nervous systems. Next on our list is nut number 4, cashews. 80% of men over 50 are zinc deficient. This isn't a coincidence. This is the consequence of decades of eating processed foods, mineral-depleted soil, and chronic stress. Why does this matter? Because zinc is the master key for testosterone production. Without enough zinc, your body simply can't make male hormones. And without testosterone, everything else is meaningless. This is where cashews appear like a silent hero. And when you understand their true power, you'll never underestimate these curved little nuts again. Zinc in cashews has a unique property. It's wrapped by natural amino acids, making it 3 times more absorbable than synthetic zinc. This means your body can actually use almost all the zinc you eat. When zinc enters your body, it doesn't just stimulate testosterone production, it does something else important. It improves sperm quality and count. Studies show men with high zinc levels in their blood have healthier sperm that move faster and live longer. Not only that, but cashews also contain selenium, a powerful antioxidant that can protect reproductive cells from damage. Selenium works like a molecular shield, preventing aging at the cellular level. Let me tell you about David, 65 years old, married to Sarah for 40 years. When David walked into my clinic, I could immediately see the heaviness in every step he took. "Doctor," David said in a hoarse voice, "I don't know what else to do." After 40 years together, we understand each other like soulmates, but my body, it can't express that love anymore. David told me that, over the past 2 years, he had gradually lost all desire. Not just physically, but mentally too. He felt tired all day long, had trouble concentrating. He wasn't even interested in his old hobbies like fishing or gardening anymore. Sarah, his devoted wife, had encouraged David to get checked out, but he kept putting it off. "I thought this was just aging," David explained. "I thought I had to accept this." After blood tests, David's zinc level was only 40% of normal. His testosterone was at the lowest level I'd ever seen in a 65-year-old man. "David," I said, "your problem isn't age, it's a nutritional deficiency. Your body is starving for zinc. And that's why you feel this way." Instead of prescribing synthetic testosterone, I suggested David try a natural approach every day. He would eat 15 lightly roasted cashews. Not many, just 15. Eat them in the afternoon, around 3-4 p.m. Why? This is when natural testosterone starts declining during the day. Supplementing zinc at this time will remind your body to produce more hormones. I also advised David to avoid eating cashews at the same time as milk or cheese because calcium can compete with zinc for absorption. Instead, drink a glass of water or green tea. The results, I'm sure you can guess, David didn't just improve physically, but mentally. He felt like the man his wife needed. But the story doesn't end here. Because the final nut I'm about to share, it's so powerful that I call it the silver bullet for treating erectile dysfunction. And when you hear the story about Thomas, 71 years old, you'll understand why. Nut number 5, Brazil, nuts. And now, we come to the final nut. I've saved it for last for a special reason. Because it doesn't just solve the problem. It destroys the root cause of the problem. I'm about to share with you a number that even I couldn't believe at first. Just 2 Brazil nuts provide selenium equivalent to 1,917% of your body's daily needs. To put that in perspective, this is the highest selenium level in nature. No other food can compare. Even if you ate 22 pounds of beef, you still couldn't get the amount of selenium from 2 Brazil nuts. Research shows that people with high selenium levels in their blood have 40% lower rates of erectile dysfunction. This is not a small number. But the real story I want to share is about Thomas. 71 years old. Thomas told me he and his wife had been married for 45 years. They have 3 children, 7 grandchildren. From the outside, this was a happy family. But Thomas carried a pain inside that he couldn't share with anyone. For the past 5 years, I've gradually lost everything, Thomas confided. Not just physically, but the feeling of being a man. My wife never complains. She always says she loves me like the first day. But I know I've disappointed her. What moved me most about Thomas's story wasn't the physical problem. It was how it affected his spirit. He started avoiding intimate moments, sleeping in separate beds, even avoiding looking into his wife's eyes. Thomas, I said, you're not a victim of aging. You're a victim of severe nutritional deficiency. But the good news is we can reverse this. I gave Thomas a protocol so simple it was almost unbelievable. Every morning when he woke up, eat 2 Brazil nuts with 1 glass of warm water. That's it. Not complicated. Not expensive. Just 2 nuts a day. I explained to Thomas that timing was crucial. Eating them in the morning helps selenium be absorbed best. Warm water stimulates digestion and enhances absorption. After 8 weeks, Thomas called me. I could hear tears in his trembling voice. Doctor, I don't know how to thank you. Years of marriage, my wife has never been this happy. But the most touching part wasn't the physical recovery. It was how it changed Thomas's relationship with his wife. They started talking more, walking together, holding hands like young lovers. But here's something extremely important I must emphasize. Only eat 2 Brazil nuts per day, no more. High-dose selenium can be toxic. Too much selenium can cause hair loss, brittle nails, even affect your liver. 2 nuts a day is the perfect dose. Enough to activate your glutathione system, enough to protect reproductive cells, but not too much to cause harm. Gentlemen, we've walked this entire journey together. From walnuts, nature's Viagra, to pistachios, the golden key, almonds, the protector, cashews, golden minerals, and finally, Brazil nuts, the silver bullet. I want to tell you something I believe from the bottom of my heart. Being 60, 70, or even 80 doesn't mean the end of hope. The best years of your life might still be ahead of you. You just need the courage to believe and take action. Nature has given us these miraculous gifts. These 5 nuts I just shared aren't magic. They're science. They're evidence. Their hope was contained in tiny shells. Trust in your body's amazing ability to heal. Your body has been with you through all these years. It has endured stress, pollution, processed foods. It has gone through countless ups and downs of life with you, but it's still here, still ready to fight, still able to recover if you give it a chance. Believe that you deserve complete happiness with the woman you love. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to be a real man at any age. Starting tomorrow, from your next breakfast, begin your journey. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with 1 type of nut. Feel the change. Then gradually add the others. In just 2 to 4 weeks, you'll feel the first difference. Maybe deeper sleep. Maybe better energy. Maybe that warm feeling returns in the morning. And when that happens, when you feel like you've gotten yourself back, come back here. Share your story in the comment. Because your story could be an inspiration for thousands of other men who feel as hopeless as you once did. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get more natural health secrets I'll continue to share, because this is just the beginning. There are many other miracles that nature has prepared for us. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are millions of other men facing the same challenge. There are those who have overcome it and are ready to help you. There are people like me who have dedicated their lives to finding solutions for you, so share this video as a gift to those you care about. Life still has many wonderful things waiting. Mornings, waking up feeling strong, meaningful, intimate moments. Happy smiles on the face of the woman you love. All of that is possible. All of that is waiting for you. Wishing you health, happiness, and wonderful years ahead.